can you get a little bit closer here? I don't gonna bite anyone. Just because we are a few, we can do something happy, entertainable, maybe. I can show you some prosthetics that I have here, just until we get the slices. So how's it going? Everything is good? I have 35 hours of traveling from Argentina to here. So maybe I'm a little bit sleepy. Yeah, let's do this. I'm gonna give this to you so you can show them, share with them. So let's start. I don't know if anybody here knows about where is Argentina. Someone knows? Yes! You know how many times I spoke to a person that says, Argentina? Where is it? Argelia? Kind of? Well, whatever. I was born in a poor town in Argentina where we don't have anything like more than our house. Then when you look at the background, we have a very poor town. So what I was trying to say is like, we don't need anything in particular, money, we don't need resources to start doing things. So what I want to tell you is everything that you're gonna be seeing here is not from a very big enterprise, it's from something that came from the heart. So I want to share something particular, a history. Now, I don't know if you see that poor kid. This one is me. And no, that's not my mom. She's suffering right there. Well, my mother never imagined that I could be a maker. You know which is a maker? Someone that do stuff with technology and those things. So one day I was walking in my house with a knife, and then everything that I see with like a screw. You know, when you have a screwdriver and well, I don't have a screwdriver, I have a knife. So every time that I was working in house, I see, I don't know, a media player, and then I disassemble it. Or an iron, and then I disassemble it. So for me, that was funny. So when my father leaves our house, when I was 4, kind of, my mother started to bring me to like a teacher school, another school. And this is me. I don't know if you see me with my happy faces, but the truth, I was doing what I really love, which was invent things, create things. So I was there. I was like doing what I want to do. Later on, I spoke at TEDx event in Buenos Aires. But the things that I did there was like handcrafted. I mean, everything was doing with tape, and everything was doing like, it was a piece of shit, my project. Sorry that I say that. But the truth is, I needed something else. So I started to look for 3D printing. Do you know how 3D printing works, I think? Even more, you can see one at the pitch stage. But then I made 3D print. When I was 16, I built a 3D printer. Then with that 3D printer, I started to do things. For example, you can print a house. I mean, you can do a lot of stuff. Those printers, I don't know if you see this one. This has a liquid. That one uses plastic, like it melts and it's do from the background to the part of the top of the object. So you can print a lot of objects. And this one is more advanced. You can print with sugar. So you do like tissues and that stuff. So what makes me think that 3D printing is worth to do is prosthetics. I met those guys around 2 years ago, and then I asked for something, just the measurement of their hands. Yep. And with that I said, well, if I can start a startup with just a piece of paper right with a hand, why not start doing a prosthetic for those? So here is Felipe. Felipe, this is the first result that we have after 6 months of work. We gave him a prosthetic which enabled him to do a lot of stuff. For example, be kind of a Iron Man. I mean, if you think seriously, this technology could enable people with disabilities to start doing things that they never imagined about to do. So Felipe, I don't know if you see here, that's the first prosthetic that Felipe has. So with that prosthetic, imagine how much things he can do. He's grabbing a fishing pole, but he can do a lot of stuff. Swimming, riding a bike. And it doesn't work. It is not logical to use technology to help people to change their ways to live. I think that happy face says everything. You have to do technology for help someone that really needs it. So, to doing so, I started to ask for more hands. I don't know if you remember the hands that was written in the paper. So I asked more. For example, this is crazy. This guy wants a hand, but Darth Vader themed. A prosthetic that looks like Darth Vader. And we did it. And this guy was like, oh my god, I have a Darth Vader hand. This girl came to Argentina around 1 year and a half, kind of two, and she was prosthetic. Well, this is where the technology applies better. That prosthetic just takes 20 hours of printing and less than $10 of cost, of material cost. And this is the best case where the technology applies. This guy used his 4 fingers in a machine that cut the meat. He slides the fingers and he loses it, and he hasn't a medical insurance. So it's impossible to have a prosthetic for that person. So what we did here, we 3D printed, we cut the half of the design, so you can use it, and this person can have the prosthetics in just a few hours. Imagine the differences between a normal prosthetics and this kind of prosthetics. So then you can do better stuff. This is designed with a scan, a 3D scanner. So you scan all the hand of this guy, and then we put it into a software, and then we make the prosthetics that really look like a hand. I don't know if you see here, but this is the original hand, and this is what we print with a printer. Later on, the hands look very awesome. But I did this when I was in the government of Argentina. I had money to pay the prosthetics and the machine. But when I was doing so, one day they say, okay, you are fired, because we don't like that you are not making something political. I am doing what I like to do is something for the people, not for the politicians, that kind of stuff. So they say, you're fired, goodbye, bye-bye. And I say, it's okay, and then I have to start again. Then I founded Atomiclab. Atomiclab is always with the shirt to make a Polish, but Atomiclab is my startup. I started in my house. As you can see here, that's the first 3D printer that I built. That one I get into from internet. I get it very low prices, and then I started again. Maybe I don't have the support of the government, but who knows? Maybe one day it could be possible something bigger. So nowadays we have 25 3D printers, just for print all the prosthetic that the people needs. Then, okay, this is very ugly. We made a project called LIMS. LIMS is I think it's the future of the prosthetic hands, of all the prosthetic systems nowadays. Because we can design, we can print, and we are given for free all kind of prosthetics. And until one day, we got mentioned by Barack Obama in one of his speech. I know that there is no audio, but in this says something like, so we're Gino, blah 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 blah, something like blah 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 blah. And Obama says that our show was significantly, I mean, I know it's in Spanish, but Gino is a great example. He was playing with a 3D printer when it does a job started to participate in the West Virginia social exchange, cultural exchange. Then we did a 3D printer and we started to give this hand for free. So that's what Obama says. Then later we started to do this LIMS project, which is amazing work. We have more than 3,000 people that want that prosthetics for all around the world. This is like the most common that make me feel like a nerdy, but you have to share this welcome. This is all the information that is common about the prosthetics. For example, if you want to have a prosthetic and it's in the common people, you have to spend in one prosthetic, one hand, when you are 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and this costs you more than thousands of dollars each prosthetics. So with LIMS, we require just to have free of that money, that $20 billion that are required to do all the prosthetics for a year. Or for example, you have almost 300 childs that born without a hand each year. So the number is very big, and there are a lot of amputees around the world. And for example, 1 of 4, they can't work. They say that you are an amputee, you don't work. You leave this place and you never come back. So we have more than 3,000 amputees that want to join LIMS. This is all the people that need a prosthetic that we met. And step by step, just you upload the measurement of your prosthetic. First you choose, for example, you have a normal hand, which is a skin color, kind of. And then you have the Darth Vader hand, or you have a superhero hand, or you have from your favorite football team. Then you upload the measurement of your stamp, and then you get it in contact through Atomic ambassadors or from us. So we print that prosthetic for free, and we send it to you if you are in Argentina, or if you are in another part of the world, we send it through our ambassador. And then, as I was saying, you have the prosthetic, for example. Then you choose if you want to buy a guarantee. For example, that way, if you buy a guarantee, we can give 5 more prosthetics, 5, 6 prosthetics. It depends on the material. Then you upload the measurement with a ruler. You don't need anything more else. I mean, if you are an orthopedist, you know that you have to take a negative of the stamp. So this way is like the Uber of the prosthetics. And then the ambassadors. The ambassadors are people like you, me, that have a 3D printer and want to change the world with a printed at a time. So what we do is we send the files through the academy. They learn how to print it. And then again, they print it and send it to the user. But what we do, we sell them the money. We send through PayPal, Bitcoin, more technology like that. We send the money, and they just buy another kilo of material, and then it's just go on and go on. And worldwide, we are in USA, Russia, China, Argentina. We are in very parts of the world. And that's LIMS. Basically, this is Iron Felipe. I don't know if you remember the Iron Man. But we can accomplish mine. And we have Iron Felipe. But what happens when you have an older kid? Well, that's prosthetics need to be fitted to move the hand without any strain. I mean, you don't have so much stamp when you are a kid, so that kid hasn't enough strength to move a normal prosthetic. So we designed that kind of prosthetic for them. And you can see everyone is happy with their new hand. And we have this kind of prosthetics that they look like a football team from Argentina, a Barbie team. I don't know which one the user requires. We can do it, and you can take out your fingers, for example, and put this is a card holder. If you want to play cards, you put it in your hands, or if you want to hold a cup, you just take out your fingers and put another tool. So in this way, you can also create something. For example, Legos. You can create your own fingers. And then you have, for example, a water opener. But this is not, this is like a joke. This is for kids. But you can exchange your fingers and put something like a fork. So you can eat with both hands. And this way you give the people the new start in their life. Because when they don't have a hand, they just think, okay, I'm done. Till now, until I die, I'm not going to do anything else. And that's what we want. We don't want to happen. And we also do prosthetic for animals. As you can see here, we are not just changing the life of person. We are changing the life of animals and all the people around that circle. And we also do visits for those kids that really want to change the world. They came and they touched everything and they broke everything, but we are happy to have them there. And we also designed a project which is a text-to-braille translator. Why I'm telling this? Because technology has to be applied to those who really, really need them. Technology maybe it is not just an app, an application for the cell phone. Technology has to be very far away. And what we did here is we take a mouse, a normal mouse for a PC, plus an Arduino. You know what is Arduino? Arduino is an electronic platform. So we hook it up to Arduino, just $5, and we made something that can translate text to Braille for those who need to translate Braille. How does it work? You move the mouse, for example, your mouse, it's a small camera. So you take a small pictures of the text. That goes to the Braille, to the Arduino. So in that way you can translate automatically text to Braille. And this is like the normal thing that touch you, this dynamic Braille. So this small dot go up and down, up and down, up and down. It changes its shapes while it was reading a text. So that way the people can see what they can really see. And it's all about this small fingertip thing. We won a prize from the MIT, the Technology Review, and I have 2 minutes left. If everything that I told you about technology doesn't make you feel that you have to do something with technology to change the world, to change the view of people, we are now 3D printing 1,000 prosthetics in 2 months. 2 months, it's the same amount. If you want to have prosthetics, imagine that 100, just 100, takes more than a year. 100. 1,000 takes more than 5 years, kind of. Imagine that you can do with 3D printing, for those who really need it, in just 2 months. Each prosthetics every 24 hours, less than 20 hours. And if you see what happened with humans, can you imagine what happened with animals? This is a normal puppy. So if this happened with a puppy, what can you imagine that happens with a normal person? Someone that really needs it, someone that really needs to go to work. Happen this. Thank you. I don't know if you have any question. I really want to hear something, but yeah. I'm 20.
So when you started the project,
Yeah, 20. Huh?
when you started the project,
Yeah.
how old were you when you first printed the first prosthetic?
I did my first 3D printer when I was 16. Then I started to work at 17-ish. I did the Feli, the first prosthetic that you saw. I was, when I was 70.
It's very impressive. And really,
Thank you.
very impressive. That's for my first question. My second question is, how do you fund the materials? I mean, you said that some of the prosthetics are shipped for how do you actually fund that?
Well, we won a prize from the History Channel, which means $60,000, which is a lot of money. With that, for example, if you want a prosthetic, each prosthetic costs less than $10. So the easy way to give them for free, for example, I'm gonna be giving 1,000 prosthetics in 2 months. Those are funded by History. But then all the prosthetics need a replacement part, a replacement as part, the tools, all of them are sold. But you can buy it for just $20, and that $20 enables us to give 5 prosthetics. So in that way, we are moving the money through the ambassadors and us. So with that way, we can pay to the designers and other stuff, but we can also pay for the materials. Yeah. No. It's applied to everything that goes from here to this part, and I mean fingers, arm, wrist, everything that goes from here. And also we are starting to investigate about legs, so we are doing that also. And for animals, it's also covered legs. Yeah, animals has legs. But yeah, we are doing also legs for animals such as the doggy or the eagle.
It's really impressive, really inspirational.
Thank you. Done?
What are you studying?
I'm studying electronic engineer. My 3rd year of electronic engineer from 6. I did the electric technician later on, but I'm like focusing on that. Thank you. All right. Thank you so much. If you need someone, if you know someone that doesn't have a limb, try to reach us through the social networks. We are going to be happy to do a prosthetic for them. Thank you.